Alright, Faceless Tech. Remember a couple of projects ago I made the pocketPi pocket terminal unit. At the end of the video I said I was going to turn the screen part into a standalone project. Well, this is what we have here. As you know, with the screen, it's a 480 by 320, which is quite a roomy display really for a terminal and other desktop things and making applications with. So I basically redesigned the PCB. I'm not going to use this one because this one's got the switch and a way to connect power to it, because I'm powering it from a custom-made power bank board that is the same size as a Raspberry Pi Zero. Which this is like this board was the bit that was holding me back on the project. The rest of it, you know, the screen and that's pretty easy to do, pretty easy. It's already, you know, a solved problem. But the way I got around making my own board was they now have what I'm describing is basically a power bank on a tiny little PCB. Has the in and outs for battery, power in, power out, charging. What's great about it is that it will power a Raspberry Pi Zero W, but also won't turn off, because when even though you think, oh, with the screen and the Raspberry Pi idling, some power banks will just switch off because it's not consuming enough power, but this one doesn't. What I also love about this board is it's got the battery level indicators, which is great because, as you know, with the Raspberry Pi you have to safely shut one down. So with the level indicators, you know when the batteries are getting flat, so you can luckily this one actually goes down to 1, but when it goes really low it starts flashing, and then like all you do, hit the shutdown button, you've got enough time to shut it down then, which is great. The PCB is, all it's got on it really is this board. It's got a button that you press that when it's not on you can press it and it'll light up the LEDs to let you know how much battery power you've got in it. I went a bit fancy and actually got an SMD micro USB port that charges. It's got a normal battery charger, battery jack there. It's got a switch for on and off, obviously. It connects to the Raspberry Pi by a pogo pins. These ones are at their maximum, pretty much about 14mm I think it is. They're at their maximum length they can be. Just got some standoffs to add it together, and I got this 800 milliamp hour battery, which with the Raspberry Pi just idling with the screen on will give you an hour and 43 minutes, which is pretty good. Obviously when use with this add-on header I made, which is for a breathalyzer, which you think doesn't suck much power, but the sensor, the MQ-3, if you don't know, it's an alcohol sensor, but actually needs to be heated. It self-heats itself, so it does actually consume quite a lot of power. And this one's for 53 minutes, which is pretty good really. If you were like on a night out or you were actually using it, you could also take along a power bank and add power when the battery went flat. But yeah, it's quite cool. And that this program was written in Python, Pygame. And then it's got a couple of buttons. Press the button and blow through the tube, and it'll give you a reading. You can also recalibrate. It's got a shutdown button straight in there. So when you see the lights flashing, just hit the shutdown button, and that's it. Safety shut down. I've made a few different few breathalyzer projects, but this one I went a bit better. I got a bit of a waste pipe, 40mm push fit. And drilled a hole in the side and mounted the sensor so that it gets good airflow, so as you breathe through there it'll get you a good, because before I just used to get people to breathe on a sensor, and it's kind of a bit mismatched, because this gives you a better accurate reading because it's the airflow past it, which is quite cool. And it's a bit more hygienic than normally. You have like a thinner, like a thinner tube like that to blow, put your lips around, but with this you actually put your lips in it, so it's a little bit more hygienic, but not really. So yeah, but the good thing about having this is this has basically become my development unit for developing software for this, because with the Pygame software you need to actually run it on the actual Raspberry Pi. You can't SSH in and do commands to show up on the screen. You actually need to use the keyboard to bring up the terminal there, and then so this has basically become my development unit for this, which is quite cool in the end. And in the new, I'm going to make a few different other add-on headers for this one. This is just basically an MQ-3 alcohol sensor. It's got a I2C analog to digital converter, because as you know the Raspberry Pi doesn't have analog to digital pins, and that's pretty much it. A couple of buttons. You could have had just on-screen buttons, but I wanted a bit more tactile, you know, because people aren't really used to using resist, because there's only a resistive touchscreen, so you can just easily press them. And yeah, so it's pretty good. It gives you like just under an hour, 53 minutes of runtime, which is, I think, is more than enough. So yeah, as usual, link in the description below, and yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.